Dear brother, welcome back, man. I love you, I value you, and I'm glad you're here. May 15th, 2022 was the day I lost every single solitary thing I had. Um, all my life, I served people. I love people. I'm a people investor. People matter to me, and I gave my life to serving people. From 14 years old, I started speaking. 17 years old, I was traveling up and down the East Coast. By the time I was 21, I was seeing the world. I was talking to people. I mean, things were going great. And I had a life. I had a life of service. And the life of service is beautiful. One thing I found out later on about the life of service, serving people, is that sometime in serving people, you forget yourself. And I forgot myself in all the good work that I was doing. And I called it good because other people were being blessed. And I would never call it bad. But one thing I learned about all my good work was that, good work made me forget me. And that I am as much worthy of myself and my gifts and my love that everybody else is, and I gave it all away. I gave it away. Man, and when I say I gave it away, I gave it away. I gave away money I had. I gave away just all my time, all my energy, even my health, man. I gave it away until I was on dialysis. I served people while I was on dialysis. I would still travel and speak, and I would have my secretary set up dialysis in different states I was in. And if I would speak 2 or 3, 4 days, I would just at some point break and go take dialysis or go do dialysis in the city I was in. I never, it's crazy, but I'm gonna say this. I never cared about myself. And I think I cared about so many people that I thought caring for them was caring for me. And I kind of mixed the two. As long as I'm sowing into other people, loving other people, then, that does something for me. And my belief in that carried me through years and years and years of doing that. So I told you I started at 14. I retired from speaking at 39, sick on dialysis. I had lost like 70 pounds. Man, I was dying. And here I am, man, giving my soul to people. And even on dialysis, I was the youngest person in the room. So to the point where people thought that I was like maybe a driver or a transport that would come pick people up from dialysis or drop them off, because I looked young and I looked healthy. I wasn't, obviously, but I looked it. And so even in dialysis, I would walk in and people would be happy to see me. And I'm bringing cups of coffee to my friends on dialysis and, donuts we wasn't supposed to have and all kinds of stuff. And I built relationships, even to the point where I was leading with them, keeping up with the nurses. Hey, check on such and such, they such and such. And I would think about people all the time. And again, I'm not painting this as bad. This is brilliant that God would give me the gift to be a people investor. But being a people investor shouldn't make you forget about you. I didn't know that. And that's why I'm sharing this video, especially with you brothers, because, the word is out that men don't care about nobody and men don't give. And men, listen, this is why I don't spend time talking about the junk that we hear on social media all the time about the women and men battle. I just want men healed. And if you have men healed, then you have families healed. You have children healed. You have women healed. So I don't waste time on that. I want us to self-identify and get healed. And that's why I share my stories with y'all, because these are true stories. These are real stories. This stuff I had to go through by myself as a man and as a leader of people. That's another thing. Leading yourself is one thing. Trying to lead people while you're suffering is a whole nother thing. So even on dialysis, again, I was loving the people and serving the people. I got a kidney transplant January 2020, right before the pandemic happened. And January 3rd, 2020, I got a kidney transplant. And I'm like, all right, God has given me my life back. I was almost dying, and God gave me my life back so I can go serve more people. And in my mind, I'm like, soon as I get better, I'm going right back. And God was like, yeah, no, you're not going right back no, you have to love you. You need to stop and love you. And I contended against that. Like, no, my life is service, even like, hey, you called me to serve people. I'm serving people, serving my family, And I took it as a badge of honor that I was everywhere, doing everything for everybody. I didn't know that I was losing myself in my service to people. I was losing who I was. And in fact, the fact is I lost who I was. I really lost who I was because I had identified myself with what I do. I identified myself with what I do, and I lost who I actually was. And that's why I'm speaking to you like I am. Because I know there's plenty of you brothers out there who have lost yourself in what you do. Even if somebody asked you, yo, who are you? The first thing that would come to your mind is you would tell them what you do. Oh, I'm a dad. I work for such and such. I build such and such. I accomplish such and such. And we get it messed up, brothers, because we start thinking that we are our accomplishments. Dang, just spilled all my ginger juice. Yo, listen, gentlemen, drink ginger and water every morning. I spilled mine, but I'm gonna mix some more. But drink ginger, juice it, or boil it and drink it. It'll help your body. It'll help your digestion. It'll help your skin. And brothers, take care of yourself. Anyway, I had lost myself, man, and I wore it as a badge of honor, and so do you. You know, you wear it as a badge of honor. But the truth is, when was the last time you were in touch with you? You know, and this is the biggest part of the story I want to tell you. After I get transplant, I'm thinking, all right, my life is we up now. We're going to do it. I'm going further into the world. I'm gonna write more books. I'm going to do it. I had to recover from years of giving it all away. You know, there are seasons of selfishness. There are seasons of justified selfishness where you got to take yourself back from people and give your energy to you, or you will die. You got to there's a season of selfishness where you owe you to you, and that's it. And I didn't know that. I did not know that. And I still didn't get it. And you know, they say, you know, in life, you keep on repeating stuff till you learn your lesson. And I guess I'm one of those people who need the lesson probably like 20 times. But I kept pushing. And as I'm sitting in the house, I get a new house. You know, things is looking up now. Things are looking up. I got my kidney. I get a new house. I mean, dream house. And I'm like, man, I'm up now. And my mind is still on, okay, God is blessing me so I can go bless other people. Again, good thought, bad philosophy, bad psychology if you don't learn how to care about yourself. You can't be a good dad and don't care about you. You can't be a good husband and not care about you. You can't be a good friend and not care about you. Listen, bro, you got to care about you. And that's not less than a man. That is a man. Because listen, it's simple as this. When you go to the bank, you make a deposit so you can make a withdrawal. You understand that if you don't put any money in the bank, you can't make a withdrawal. It's not going to be there. So is it with life, man. You cannot not invest into yourself and think you're going to accomplish anything. You can't keep on tapping an empty well and think you're going to get something. It does not work like that. Guys, you got to stop. You got to stop and you got to pause. But I lost everything to find myself. Well, here's where I lost everything. I get this brand new house. I'm in it. I'm like, man, this is it. I finally made it. All my life, I didn't work a job. You know, I worked for myself, entrepreneur. My money was given to me when I spoke or when I sold books and, you know, all these things. And May 15th, 2022, the well dried up. I mean, no money, no calls, no book signings, nothing. Like my whole life just stopped financially. And I'm like, yo, what is happening? And I'm thinking my life is falling apart. I mean, hell, it was falling apart. I mean, right then and there. I could talk faith talk, but the fact is, sometimes, man, I don't care how spiritual you are, how connected you are. Sometimes life just looks crazy and you don't have no answer for it. Not even a spiritual answer that can make it make sense. I didn't have anything, and I called the gentleman I was leasing the house from, and I said, I ran out of money. And I said, I'll be out of here by May 15th. I'm not the type of guy to put anything. I'm a man. So I wasn't going to put another man through it. I didn't have money. It was time for me to make a decision. Well, the decision I had to make was that I was leaving. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know how I was going to take care of my children. anything. And I'm like, man, God, I served you all my life, and here I am with nothing. I mean, I gave away everything in my house. I had a duffel bag, and I had like 4 pair of shorts, like 2 to 3 t-shirts, a couple pairs of underwear and socks, man, and 1 pair of sneakers. Out of everything I had, that's all I had left. And I walked out of that house. I wound up sleeping in the Fox Chase Cancer Center parking lot. It was the only place I knew I could be safe, and it was familiar because that's where my mom got treated for cancer before she passed away. And I'm sleeping in this parking lot days and days and days and days. And I even wrote a book. I might release it one day. Oh, in fact, no, I did. It's in the back of my my book called Home, where Hurtman heal. Go get that book. It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon. I'm telling you, it's blessing men. It is touching men's lives everywhere. It's called Home, where Hurtman heal. Is on Amazon right now. You should grab that. But I wrote the part of the book I wrote while I was homeless is on the last chapter of that book. You see, when your heart is a giver, man, you can lose everything and you'll still find a way to give, find a way to love people. But the greatest lesson I learned, sleeping in that car, I had COVID. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna take care of my new kidney. You know, I had no money. I'm like getting gallons of water. I had to like learn how to be homeless, man, so I wouldn't have to like go to the bathroom at night and all kinds of stuff. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. But the greatest thing that happened to me, being homeless, having nothing, was that I learned who I was, totally different from what I was being for everybody else. I learned what counted to me. I learned what mattered to me. I learned how I really felt about things. You know, when you serve your family, your job, your business, whatever you're serving, you can really lose connection with yourself. And in those 27 years of serving people around the world, I lost myself. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what mattered to me. I wasn't in touch with my own feelings. But I tell you what, I lost everything to find out who I was. I'm just Christian Winters, man. I'm not this speaker. I'm not this author. Those are things I can do. But who I am, my own thoughts, a man of peace. That's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a man of peace. I wanted to be a man. I wanted to be a soft-spoken man. I wanted to be a man that didn't always have the answers. Sometimes when you pause your life, you find out, man, maybe I'm living a life of everything I don't really want to be. But the people's needs, your wife's needs, your kids' needs, your job's needs will make you be something that you don't want to be. Pressure will also make you do things you didn't want to do. Make mistakes you said you would never make. I'm gonna tell you, man, don't get to the point where you gotta lose everything to find you. Pause. Stop your life for a minute. Make everybody else pause. Don't apologize for it. But my brother, don't lose yourself in what you call service for others. Because when the gas tank run out, I guarantee you people are gonna find another gas tank. Love you, care about you. You are my brother, and you count. Rock on. Hey, visit my website, christianwinters.com. I offer some one-on-one counseling, group counseling for men. Listen, I said this to people. People think I'm crazy, but when I'm committed to something. I spent my life traveling and teaching leaders and everything else. I told God I want to spend the rest of my life working on healing men and boys globally, man. God started with a man in a garden, and men count, and our purpose counts. What God wants from us counts. Over time, society, things have changed. What a man is and what a man's duties, things have changed, you know, according to world systems. But what God requires and who you are and the kind of man you want to be, that matters. Even in a changing world, it matters what kind of man you want to make, what kind of man you want to be, what kind of men you want to be. Because eventually, man, the world is going to need foundation. And in fact, the world needs foundation right now. Look at the political system. Look at the Hollywood industry. Look at what we're finding out about all the manipulations going on. You know what? You know why this stuff happens in the world? Because there's no voice of a father who doesn't want anything in return for giving his wisdom. We need fathers. We need men. We need men that are not afraid of systems. We need men that have the balls to go in and save people from systems, religious systems, political systems. Systems are tearing the world up. And the only power against a system is a well put together man. Is a man who's unafraid. A man who is vulnerable. A man who knows and is not afraid to be himself. A man who also knows he doesn't have everything, which makes him connect with men who don't have what he has. We're really all one person at the end of the day. Not race, not creed, not all these things that separate us. The truth is, if we ever came together, we can change the world. And that's what the world is scared of. Not the black man, not the white man, not the Hispanic man, not the Asian man. The world is scared of men coming together, joining together and saying the world shouldn't be the way it is. To snatch the world back from manipulation is the job of men. And that's why I'm going to spend the rest of my life speaking to men. My brother, I love you. You count. So what, you messed up? So what, you failed here? Stand up again. And you don't have to stand alone. You got a whole podcast full of men on the Dear Brother podcast that care about you, care about your ups and care about your downs. We don't float on you because you make a mistake. We don't float on you because you fall. We stand together. We stand each other back up, but we also challenge each other to be the greatest men we can be. Society needs us. Your wife needs you. Your sister needs you. Your children need you. You're not what they said you are. You're who God made you to be. I love you. Rock on. See you soon. Peace.